Okay, so some of you guys are keeping up with the Candace Owens, Erika Kirk. A lot of that stuff is kind of shifted and it's kind of, going away, thankfully. And there's some things coming out that, Erika is suing Candace, and I think I saw something like Ben Shapiro is helping her and paying for some of this. I don't know. I don't like Candace. That's not a secret. I think she's a horrible person, and I think it's despicable that people follow her, listen to her, think that she has any credibility. She 100%, to me, is like the boy who cried wolf. She's putting things out there that are just utterly disgusting, attacking this poor widow. And again, do I think that maybe Erika shouldn't have been the face of Turning Point? Yeah, I think maybe they should have waited a little bit of time. I think that was really soon. I think there was, some stuff that was leaked that put her in a really bad light. I'll tell you guys a quick story. I had a buddy in high school. He was 2 years younger than me, so this would have been my senior year. He was a sophomore. I'm not going to give his name, but and kind of to give some insight on how people handle grief and how they react. So this friend was adopted by, his mom had some issues, and he was adopted by one of his friends' family. Basically adopted. I don't know if they legally did it, but he basically lived with them. They were very close. And his mother passed away. And he lived with his mom at the time, but after that, he went to live with his family. His mother passed away on a Tuesday. Actually, I think it was a Monday. And very close to me at the time in high school. He went to school the next day after his mother passed. And you're thinking, well, why would you go to school after your mother passes? That doesn't seem normal. And somebody like Candace Owens or some of these people could say, well, he must not have cared, or he must have been in on it, or whatever, right. And I remember I heard this from a friend, because I didn't ask him, why are you here, man? And he said, well, what else am I going to do? I just remember thinking, well, what else am I going to do? Nobody's at the house. I don't have any parents. People that adopted me are at work. I've got nowhere to go. What else am I going to do? And I remember thinking that was very, very powerful. And it was very much an exception of the reality. Accepting of that reality that I'll just go get my schoolwork done. I'll just go see my friends. It's going to be worse if I sit at home and cry about it. There's going to be days when I cry. There'll be times when the grief hits me. There's going to be times when I can't handle it. When I have to go in the back room. I might have to take a bathroom break and go bawl my eyes out. I might have to leave school. I might have to leave school early, and when the parents that are the people that I'm living with get home, I might have to go hang out with them. But what else am I going to do? And I liken that to Erika Kirk, who's, these videos are coming out of her a week or two later, and she's laughing. She's the enemy. And then there's videos coming out of her doing the death stare, which she's, maybe you could make the argument that she's overplayed that, right? And I just think, well, what else is she supposed to do? Just like that guy that I was friends with in high school. What else are you supposed to do? She's got nothing else. She's got kids to raise. If 6, 7, 8 months to a year goes down the road and she's still laying in bed depressed, people would come up to her and say the opposite. They'd say, hey, you gotta do something. You gotta get back out there. It's been a year. So some people with mission, with conviction, sometimes they have to get out there and go back. And there is not a lot of time. Now, I'm not saying that everything she said and done is justified, or some of her past isn't a little sketchy. But have evidence, right? We got to have evidence. And I just want to point this out. Charlie Kirk was the closest civilian to the Trump administration, the closest non-elected official to the Trump administration, to the point where he could probably call the president and get policy changes in place. He's that influential. He's that powerful. He's that much of a person that is trusted by the administration. So you think every background check that this person can go through, every bit of scrutiny that they could go through, every bit of looking into their closet, he would have to go through, right? In order to, like, the government probably knew everything about Charlie there was to know about a human being outside of his personal habits inside his home. Would that not extend to his wife, Erika? If Erika was truly a, Russian honeypot that's being followed by Egyptian planes, who is tied up with maroon shirt beekeeper, that are owned by the death squad of the Macrons, like all these crazy things that Candace Owens has said and that other people have regurgitated, don't you think that the people closest to the president doing the background checks and the verifications and making sure that this person is clean would have also done their due diligence to make sure that his wife is clean, that there's nothing sketchy, and that if there was, they would distance themselves quietly at the very least? Does it not make a level of sense that if Erika Kirk, like all the stuff that you're doing, all the things that you're going out there and saying and doing, and the things that you're tying, that somebody who is married to the closest person to the president, that's not an elected official, that's not appointed in his cabinet, would also have gone through at some other point in her life by people that are way better at their job than a podcaster in front of a camera alone in their basement, like me?